Sierra, Adelaide, over.
Copy loud and clear that time, Tim. Thanks very much. We have students in Nepal anxiously waiting to ask you questions. So I'll ask the first student to ask a question now. Go ahead, please.
Samriddhi, what is the most beautiful view from space? Over.
Well, by far the most beautiful view from space that I've yet has been Aurora Borealis, those beautiful green lights at the north and south of our planet. It's wonderful to see.
Akitaka, what are the most important things that ISS has found till now about space? Over.
You know, I think some of the most important things we've discovered here in space are actually about our own human body. We find out how our body changes and how it adapts to space. Things like our eyesight can change, the pressure in our head can change, our immune system can change, and we're finding out all sorts of fascinating things about the human body which is having benefits for people back on Earth.
Further, many inventions were used by astronauts which were later found to be commonly used by all. Example, Velcro. Can you tell us of any such tools or equipment that you are currently using that might be commonly used later by all? Over.
That's a great question. A couple of things that we do up here is generate all of our power by solar energy. And we've had to try and get much greater efficiency from our solar panels than really anybody back on Earth has required. And also sustainability, things like water purification. We recycle between 70 to 90% of our urine back into drinking water in a very short period of time. So I think kind of solar panels, power generation and sustainability in general are some of the things that have benefited and driven technology back on Earth.
Akriti, what would happen if you sneeze without holding on to anything? Over.
That's a brilliant question. If you sneeze, well, you know, Newton's law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, of course, it would propel you in the opposite direction, but only by a very small amount.
Can you see any signs of pollution from space? Over.
You know, I haven't seen any signs of pollution, but I've only been up here for about 5 weeks now. But one of my crewmates, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly, he's reported seeing pollution in various parts of the world, so yes, you can.
What would you like to say to students like us? Over.
That's a great question. Well, listen, guys, I just think that you need to follow your dreams. You need to try and find out what it is that you're passionate about, what do you enjoy in life, and choose that as your path. If it is, you know, working in the space sector or even becoming an astronaut, those things can happen, but when you're young, it's really a case of finding out what do you enjoy, what are you passionate about, follow your dreams, anything can happen.
Sony, how does a match burn in near zero gravity? Is it very different to that what happens here? Over.
Yes, it is different. A great question. We don't have any convection up here on the space station, and of course when you burn a match on Earth, the convection makes the fresh oxygen come into the flame, and so you get a hot part of the flame and a cooler part of the flame. Here in space, you don't get the convection, and so the match burns cooler. And it kind of forms a circle as opposed to that beautiful candle flame type shape you get on Earth.
Tatata, who or what inspired you to be an astronaut? What advice can you give to the youth who want to be an astronaut? Over.
I've been inspired by many people throughout my career, but really my first inspiration was to become a pilot and a test pilot. And yes, the advice I would give to anybody who wants to be an astronaut, as I said before, is really you can be an astronaut from any career, meaning from an engineer, a scientist, a doctor, a teacher, or a pilot like myself. So the most important thing is to find out what you want to do first in life, and then later in life you can become an astronaut if you so wish.
Sangharsha, what are the detrimental effects on the body when living for a long time in the space lab? Over.
Well, actually, our body really adapts well to spaceflight, and if I was going to spend the rest of my life up here in the space station, then my body would be doing the right thing. The problem is when I come back to Earth, and I've lost now a lot of my body fluid, and my bone density is starting to reduce and my muscle mass is starting to reduce. So I have to try and stop that from happening by exercising for 2 hours every day, so that when I come back to Earth, I'll still be able to function normally.
Anisha, is it true that you use pencil to write in space? If not, what do you use? Over.
Do you know, Anisha, most of the time we actually use pens. I mean, pencils do work up here, of course, but so do pens, even in microgravity.
Suviksha, has there been any case of sickness like common cold in the ISS? Over.
There have been cases of sickness, yes. Sometimes people we're told have arrived on the space station and then everybody gets it, just like back on Earth. But generally speaking, it's a very clean, sterile environment up here, and we go into quarantine before we launch onto the space station.
Bihani, which subjects must be studied to be an astronaut? Over.
Hi Bihani, I think it's more important that you study what you enjoy and study what you're good at. But of course, to be an astronaut, it does help if you have a background in science and engineering or mathematics. So physics, chemistry, biology, math are great subjects if you want to become an astronaut.
Sugam, I think half of the crew members are from Russia. Do you have any language barrier problems while talking to each other? Over.
Hi Sugam, well I've spent 6 years trying to learn Russian. I'm still not very good, but I could kind of get by, and our Russian colleagues spend the same time learning English. So between us we get by in a kind of Russian-English language.
Cooling. Is it true that Americans use football system of measurement? So is there any difficulty in this regard? Over.
Hi Kuldeep, you're quite right. We do use different systems. I've kind of been brought up on the metric system coming from the UK, but also as a pilot, I'm very used to flying all sorts of different aircraft from different places around the world. So I think most of us manage to cope with the different measurement systems with no problem.
Samden, in Kathmandu, our shirt became dirty within few hours. How often do you have to clean your clothes? Over.
We actually change our clothes, so we just throw away the old ones. But it does mean that we have to wear our clothes for a lot longer than we would normally wear back on Earth. But actually, we kind of stay quite clean up here on the space station anyway.
Prasanata, is there any research going on in ISS which can have impact on the less developed countries like Nepal? Over.
There's some great research up here on things like water, but I think mainly for the benefits of chemical areas and in water purification.
Piyush, in what way does the zero gravity affect the human physiology? How difficult is it to perform normal activities that time? Over.
I think that is it. If you'd like to get together and say a big hooray or cheers.
Thank you. Namaskar. मेरो नाम Tim Morris हो. मलाई चकाको राजदूत हो. तपाईलाई भेटेर खुसी लाग्यो. It's very good to meet you all and to be here and to share in this amazing and historic moment. I'm particularly pleased as British ambassador that the students here today managed to speak to a British astronaut on the space station. As some of you will know, this year we're celebrating 200 years of the relationship between Nepal and Britain, and these young people just took the relationship to a whole new level. And so now we've had young people in Nepal talking to a British astronaut in space. It was a tremendous moment, and I congratulate everybody who made it possible. The staff at the school, who I'm sure inspire children all the time, but I hope have inspired a whole set of young people who are here today in terms of science. I want to congratulate the young people, the students who asked questions and those who've got their questions ready. I thought they did a fantastic job, so I think a round of applause for all those students. And as I say, to congratulate all the staff of the school and everybody else who was involved in letting us all be part of such a historic moment. Thank you very much for inviting me along too. Thank you. Very, very much.
You need to follow your dreams, you need to try and find out what it is that you're passionate about, what you enjoy in life, and choose that as your path. Follow your dreams. Anything can happen.